more exciting to know that they know you're running.
I think I did
you're running
the ball.
There's a couple first downs.
Actually, when you got a horse, I mean,
I appreciate you guys
my
giving me
gosh,
the opportunity.
everybody in the park knew we were going to give you 26, and our linemen stuck to the course. They got into people. Their job, and I've said this in every interview, their job is to get our running backs 2 yards. Our running backs, their job is to get 2 or 3 more. And especially in that last drive, I think everybody did that. Everybody did their job, and that's what we said at halftime: do your job.
Yeah, we do.
Real proud of them. This has been a really, really tough season for these kids. We've had a lot of things go right and a lot of things go wrong, but what I like is I got 6 games, and in those 6 games, I don't feel like there's one quarter where our kids quit. Win, lose, whatever the game may be, our kids play 4 quarters, and that's really what our goal was from last year to this year, was just let's make a step in playing 4 quarters, being mentally and physically tough, and the end of that game proved that it's paying off for us.
Yeah. Earlier this year, you had said, that Drexel, he had a good year last year too, but I remember earlier you were saying, he's still a sophomore. You have to remember that he's still a sophomore, but trusting him to make those runs again in the game.
No, trusting him to hold on to the ball, not make a mistake that way. I mean, not going out of bounds over there. I mean, that's a sophomore doing that right there.
After your senior went out of bounds?
Don't put that in the paper.
In there, but that's okay.
But yeah, after I was yelling, don't go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Don't go out of bounds. But no, I mean, he's a workhorse. And, tonight, Robert Atha really did a good job running the ball too, to give everybody a break. And then, of course, Braxton's a playmaker. I mean, he's a playmaker on offense. He's a playmaker on defense. I mean,
what did you see on the fumble that just shot right into his arms? Did someone come behind him and pop it out?
I don't know.
It just
I
all of a
didn't
sudden
even
he
know.
had it, and I think he was the only one that knew he had it.
I was actually talking to Coach Peterson about what we were going to do on the next thing, and he's like, "Go, go, go!" And I'm looking this way, thinking that
they're chasing him going.
Yeah, and I look, and it's him going that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll have to watch it on film, but. I mean, that number 12, he's just dynamic. We just could not. I mean, hats off to him. They put him in every position. I mean,
on the delay of game penalty, was it the clock started malfunctioning? Is that what the explanation was?
They played a great game. We played a great game. I'm not saying nothing on that.
Well, in the end, it doesn't change the outcome or whatever. But is that what the explanation was?
No, the explanation was that we had 9 seconds left on there, and the back judge said that he counted down, and I said, "How in the world am I supposed to see it from over there?"
Okay.
And
because from that point on, it was flashing 8, and then they shut it down.
Well, they shut it down, and they shut it down at the 8. That's what they said. Okay. After that play, I said, "Can you shut it down, and we'll just do it that I can just watch you." Yeah. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I don't want to say too much.
Well, connect with Joe, because I told, as the play was happening before the penalty even happened, I said to Ellen, I said, the play clock just froze at 20.
Yeah.
Didn't know why.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they threw the flag. But Joe said, hey, before the game, the White Hats said that.
See, you've been around me a long time. I kept my cool. That Italian testosterone, I'm losing it. I'm going to have to take that total T or something.
Here's why I feel like you pop out just a little bit more. You said he was dynamic, but
who's this?
Number 12, Pavel.
Oh yeah, I never want to know anybody's name. I always go by their number. 12. He was dynamic. They played him in every position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he was the water boy. I think he was the quarterback. He was a running back. I think I saw him at center. I mean, when you think he's not him in open space is a disaster. And I mean, we practiced all week, running around and everything. It's just that I was the quarterback, so I think he's a little bit faster than I am. So I don't think I gave the kids gave the kids a good read on that, and so I'll blame myself for not giving them a good read. But yeah, no, I mean, that's off the Ravenna. I mean, they stayed with it the whole game. They stayed with it. They've got a couple really good athletes actually. Number 1, he doesn't stink, that's for sure.
Right.
Number 2, you know what I mean? The big tight end.
He's young too. I think
he's a 10th grader.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't put this in there, but his dad played football for me. What the H is he doing over here? His dad comes to me at a
got 2 more
JV
years.
game, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing, man?"
Yeah.
Boy, and we're talking. He's hugging me, and his kid's right next to him, and he's like, "Yeah, my kid's a captain and plays tight end for Ravenna." And I'm like,
Does he at least live in the district?
"No, he lives in the district."
Okay,
Yeah,
I
no,
was gonna say,
Bobby's
that'd be
great.
weird.
No, Bobby's
Good
great.
kid. Yeah.
And I'm one of those guys that, hey, you live in Ravenna, you play in Ravenna.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
you want your
I
field
don't want
guys to
no.
do the same.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
want my field guys in field, and I want the Ravenna guys in Ravenna, and whoever wins, wins.
Yep.
But boy, he's a good-looking dude.
So you mentioned the tough games. You had the close losses to 5-0 Mogador and 4-1 Richtown.
Yeah.
Got a high-scoring Streetsboro team coming up next week. What's the key to getting over the hump with those close games?
Wow, I've seen Streetsboro a couple of times now because of the tapes that we get. They played them last week and all that. And thanks. And honestly, they're big, they're strong, and they're fast. I mean, there's just nothing else to say about it.
Right.
Just like they were last year, just like they were the year before, just like they were the year before. Last year they beat us 62-14, I believe.
Wow.
So they blew us out right away. And for that most part, so did everybody else.
Yeah.
And I think we got running clock 7 times last year.
Wow.
So, for us to be in games and be here, I feel like if we can be in the game with Streetsboro in the fourth quarter, we got a shot. So that's what I'm going to tell our kids all week this week is, hey, we produced in most fourth quarters. We've scored more points in the fourth quarter than any other quarter this whole year, no matter who we're playing, any one of those teams.
Yeah.
So if we can be there in the fourth quarter with them, I just think that the league is really good right now. I think
Right.
everybody, Norton's good, Cloverleaf is very good, very physical. I think everybody is. So I think each week is going to be a battle like this.